Have you ever experienced a persistent odor that clings on, regardless of how many showers you take? It's an issue that numerous seniors encounter, yet it's rarely discussed openly. In this video, I will uncover the true source of that odor. Believe me, it's not what you expect. Many individuals think that the scent associated with aging is simply an inevitable aspect of growing older, but that notion is misleading. This occurs for a particular reason. Once you grasp it, you'll feel equipped to take action. Perhaps you believe you've explored all options, but have you focused on the correct areas? I will pinpoint precisely where the issue lies, allowing you to finally eliminate that odor for good. Stay with me until the conclusion, as I will reveal the straightforward, effortless methods to effectively clean these areas. No elaborate products required, and you'll leave feeling revitalized, more self-assured, and more empowered in your hygiene routine than ever before. Additionally, I will clarify how this can influence your connections with others and how addressing this can transform the way you are perceived. I assure you, your family and friends will take note. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only feel more confident about your hygiene, but you'll also be equipped to share these tips with your loved ones, ensuring they stay fresh as well. You'll definitely want to pay attention to this information. I highly suggest subscribing and turning on the notification bell to ensure you stay updated with all the latest videos. Your encouragement is truly appreciated, and if this video resonated with you, consider liking and sharing it to help me keep sharing these important insights. If this video resonates with you, feel free to drop a comment with a 1. If you don't, kindly leave a comment with a 0, so I can understand how to enhance and create better videos for you. Let us commence. Section 1. Let's have an honest conversation about the scent associated with the elderly, shall we? We've all encountered the notion of the scent associated with the elderly. It's one of those topics that circulates in hushed tones, or perhaps some dare to voice it openly, believing it to be humorous or even slightly amusing. It's often the younger crowd who express this sentiment, those who genuinely think they are immune to it. However, there's an undeniable reality that often goes unspoken. It exists, and it's far more intricate than you realize. It's not merely a case of someone skipping a shower occasionally. No, it goes far beyond that. With the passage of time, our bodies experience a range of transformations that often go unspoken. Indeed, they caution you about the unavoidable lines on your skin, the silver strands that replace your natural hue, the rigidity in your movements, and the discomfort that accompanies the passage of time. They share insights into the apparent indicators of aging. But do they ever take you aside and softly say, "Darling, you're going to have a different scent too?" Absolutely not. This subtle truth, this quiet reality, can often evoke a profound sense of isolation. Our skin, once full of life and youth, slowly begins to lose its inherent harmony. Do you recall the days when your skin felt effortlessly soft and perfectly hydrated? Those natural oils we once produced in abundance, oils that shielded us, maintained our hydration, and assisted in eliminating bacteria and grime? Indeed, they begin to decelerate. As we age, our bodies struggle more with the process of shedding dead skin cells, and those tiny flakes of dead skin? They begin to attach themselves, remaining in those concealed, warmer areas of the body where they truly do not belong. However, the journey continues beyond that point. As we grow older, our bodies undergo chemical transformations that lead to the formation of a compound called nonenal. You might not recognize it by its name, but believe me, you've definitely encountered its scent. It's that old, somewhat oily aroma that inevitably comes to represent the passage of time. It hangs in the atmosphere, and you may overlook it because, honestly, it's become a part of your everyday existence. Yet, all those around you, your cherished ones, your companions, even that cashier at the supermarket, truly do. And here lies the most exasperating aspect. What does your typical shower and soap regimen look like? It barely leaves a mark on it. No matter how vigorously you cleanse, if you overlook certain areas or fail to apply the right technique, that lingering aroma will stubbornly remain. It clings to you, remaining on your garments, your pillowcases, and indeed, your beloved armchair. One might believe it's gone unnoticed, yet let's be honest with ourselves. It exists, and it remains steadfast. However, let me point this out. The significance of today's video lies in the fact that once you grasp this concept, once you become aware of the underlying dynamics, you gain the ability to transform the situation. You possess the ability to seize the moment, to stand firm against the unavoidable aspects of growing older, and to ensure that when you exit a space, others aren't murmuring in hushed tones about you. There is an opportunity for action here. And that's truly uplifting. Let's explore ways to regain our confidence and maintain a sense of freshness and vibrancy at any stage of life. Section 2. Why seniors are more prone to the odor. Allow me to share something that many doctors might overlook. What is it about aging that leads us to confront body odor in ways we never experienced in our youth? What is it about the 25-year-old down the street who can mow his lawn in the sweltering heat and still exude freshness, while we, as we age, begin to observe that our scent shifts in ways that become increasingly hard to overlook? It's not something we seek, nor can we simply erase it as we did in our youth. However, let me share something with you, ladies. It's entirely rooted in biology, and it sneaks up on us, nearly without notice. With the passage of time, our skin undergoes transformations. Recall how it would effortlessly shed those old skin cells, like clockwork? Unfortunately, that process tends to drag on, which is quite exasperating for us. Rather than our skin effortlessly shedding those dead cells, they linger much longer than necessary. Believe me, they are not merely idle. No, they blend with the perspiration, natural oils, and contaminants that we face in the atmosphere daily. What is the purpose of this? It fosters an ideal setting for bacteria to flourish. It lacks beauty, and it's definitely not an issue we can just hope to disappear. However, this is where things become even more complicated. Noninal. Indeed, I'm mentioning that unwelcome term once more. Now, some of you may be unfamiliar with this concept, but allow me to emphasize, this is truly a transformative development. In our youth, our bodies were not even capable of producing this compound. It didn't even cross our minds. As we begin to approach our 40s, 50s, and beyond, noninal begins to make its presence known. The process involves the oxidation of fatty acids present in our skin, which essentially indicates that the natural oils on our skin gradually decompose over time. It's a part of life, yet that doesn't diminish its discomfort. This compound possesses a scent, one that is quite unique. Some may characterize it as oily, while others might refer to it as stale, or perhaps even herbaceous. Regardless of how you express it, it possesses a unique ability to remain in the air. It feels as though it integrates into our very being, lingering despite our efforts to let go. And let's not even dive into the world of perfumes. Oh, certainly, they may conceal it for a brief moment, but that's all there is to it. The odor lingers persistently. Sometimes, the aroma of perfume intertwines with it, amplifying the effect and resulting in a blend that's even more prominent. The mere idea of that combination can evoke feelings of embarrassment and self-awareness. Let me be honest with you for a moment. Certain parts of our body can amplify this odor more than others. Consider areas where skin meets skin, where creases develop, or where ventilation is limited. You may be considering areas like under the arms or between the legs, and you would be correct. However, the reality is that there's one location that many tend to ignore, and it truly stands out as the most significant culprit of all. This aspect often slips through the cracks, yet it significantly influences our self-perception, particularly as we experience transformations in our bodies. It's exasperating, it's unjust, and I understand, we are worthy of more. Yet, it's a reality we must all confront, regardless of our preferences. Section 3. Let's delve into a topic that many tend to overlook, particularly seniors, despite its simplicity and clarity. It's the place that conceals itself in full view, just behind the ears. Indeed, it might seem insignificant, even amusing, but trust me when I say, it's anything but that. This often overlooked area holds considerable importance, yet it remains one of the simplest spots to overlook in terms of maintaining proper hygiene. When was the last time you truly considered the importance of cleaning behind your ears? It's not merely a casual splash of water, it's about using your fingers to thoroughly scrub behind your ears, right at the junction of your jaw and neck. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciate these lessons, I'd love for you to drop a comment below to let me know you're still with me. It's one of those aspects we often overlook. It lies concealed, out of sight, making it simple to overlook. However, this area of our body resembles a perfect storm for accumulation. The skin in that area is fragile and sheer, rendering it highly susceptible to oils and perspiration. The configuration of the space only exacerbates the issue. Moisture and natural oils accumulate in that area without our awareness. Honestly, many of us rarely give it a second thought. We cleanse our hair, we bathe, and we trust that the water cascading down will take care of everything for us. However, that falls significantly short. It's more than mere perspiration we're discussing. Behind the ears collects oils from your scalp, remnants of hair products, dead skin, and even dust and environmental pollutants accumulated throughout the day. Consider it carefully. Whenever you adorn yourself with earrings, glasses, or a high collar, you're inadvertently creating a barrier that holds all that buildup against your skin. Since it's hidden and not immediately visible, it's incredibly simple to overlook. Out of view, out of thought, isn't that so? However, as time passes, that accumulation can become unpleasant, resulting in an uncomfortable and, if I may say, disagreeable odor. Believe me, I speak from first-hand knowledge. Initially, when I came across this some time ago, I must confess, I was skeptical. I pondered, how could such a tiny space hold such significance? One evening, I took the plunge and wiped behind my ears with a damp cloth, and oh my goodness, the smell. I felt utterly humiliated. I was completely unaware, and no one had ever given me a heads up. It was one of those cringe-worthy instances I longed to erase from memory. Here's the reality that often goes unspoken. Your family may observe, and your friends might feel that something is amiss, yet they won't voice their concerns. They won't be the ones to ask, "Did you remember to clean behind your ears?" Instead, they will begin to withdraw when you reach out for a hug, or they will create some space when you sit a little too near. And what about that? That is an experience I would never want anyone to endure, particularly not those I hold dear. It's truly devastating to sense that silent gap, and it all stems from something so seemingly trivial. Simply tidying up the area behind your ears. The subtle nuances, often overlooked, significantly shape our self-perception and influence the perceptions others hold of us. Let's not underestimate this minor yet crucial aspect of self-care. Pause for a second, cleanse those areas thoroughly, and notice the transformation. Section 4. What occurs if you continue to overlook it? Let's delve into the consequences of continually overlooking that minor yet important area. Indeed, we each possess our own routines. We adhere to them, find solace in their familiarity, and let's be honest, altering them can seem like an insurmountable challenge. Particularly after many years, even decades, of following the same routine. However, I must share the unvarnished reality that I want you to truly understand and embrace. If you continue to overlook cleaning behind your ears thoroughly, it evolves into what I can only describe as a subtle odor. You might not even realize it. Your familiarity with your own scent has reached a point where it feels like you've developed an immunity to it. However, the reality is that others will. They truly observe it with intent. They will sense it profoundly, at a fundamental level. The process begins with the accumulation of oils. As time passes, the oils gather in that small corner, hidden from view yet undeniably there. Suddenly, the bacteria invade, dismantling those oils and thriving on the remnants we abandon. The source of the odor is found there. It's not merely an arbitrary fragrance. The aroma of microorganisms flourishing in the remnants of neglect. No elaborate fragrance, body mist, or even your priciest moisturizer will be able to conceal it. Such elements could potentially exacerbate the situation, intertwining with the bacteria to produce that peculiar, nearly ineffable sweet and sour scent that you may have observed but struggle to articulate. It's a scent that demands attention, lingering in the air with a quiet intensity that leaves you feeling uneasy in your own space. But here's the true twist. It goes beyond that. Your skin health begins to suffer. That overlooked area becomes agitated, almost furious. Redness, itching, or even small, painful bumps may appear behind your ears or cascade down your neck. Have you ever pondered why your pillow emits a subtle, unpleasant scent when you lay your head on it at night? Or why does the collar of your favorite blouse seem to get grimy so much quicker than it once did? Now you are aware. Everything connects back to that seemingly insignificant yet impactful space you've been neglecting. Yet, could there be a more devastating outcome than this? It transforms how individuals engage with you. Indeed, you understood that correctly. As time goes on, it may begin to influence how others view and react to you. They might not wrap their arms around you as frequently, or perhaps they retreat more swiftly when you reach out for a warm gesture of connection. It's possible you'll observe that they steer clear of sitting too near, not out of indifference, but rather because it's in our nature to evade discomfort, and no one enjoys being in proximity to an odor that lingers uncomfortably. It's not about an absence of affection. That's simply our nature. Our responses are driven by the stimuli our senses detect. It's a harsh truth, but it is indeed a reality we must face. However, there's a silver lining, and this is the moment when everything shifts for you. It can be resolved. Absolutely, it can be reversed, and it's simpler than you may expect. I will guide you through the process in a detailed, step-by-step manner. So, stay close and don't even consider leaving, as this is far too significant for you to overlook. It's your right to experience a sense of assurance, purity, and warmth from those in your circle without any reservations. Let's collaborate to make a positive change. Section 5. Ways to ensure it is cleaned thoroughly. I assure you, this is far simpler than it appears. I understand, we've all experienced that feeling of being daunted by the thought of scrubbing every inch of ourselves, but believe me, it doesn't have to be so intricate. Women, we are now approaching the exciting and fulfilling aspect, the answer. Rest assured, it's far easier than you might imagine. Don't waste your money on that pricey, luxurious cleanser or on the newest device that claims to perform wonders. What you require is a bit of time, a soft touch, and indeed, a measure of consistency. Many people believe that an effective cleaning routine demands intense scrubbing, strong detergents, or elaborate products. However, the reality is that what you really require is not an intricate regimen, but rather a straightforward, consistent, and gentle hygiene routine that can make you feel fresh, clean, and self-assured. And that is something you truly merit. So, what's the hidden truth? Without question, the essential element is consistency. It's not about employing harsh scrub brushes or potent, irritating soaps that make your skin feel tight or raw. Rather, it's about approaching the care of your body with kindness and consideration, particularly in those spots we frequently overlook. What lies behind the ears? It's a perfect illustration, and I can't express how often I've overlooked it before. Let me share with you the precise method I employ. Next time you find yourself in the shower, after you've gone through your hair and body wash, take a few extra moments to pay attention to those areas that might not always receive the care they truly deserve. For me, the area behind the ears consistently ranks at the top of my preferences. This aspect of my routine has truly changed my perspective on personal care. It feels as though you're indulging in a little self-care retreat. Truly invigorating. Now, let me share the secret. There's no need to make it more complicated than it is. Simply take a small amount of your usual body wash or a gentle face cleanser, avoiding anything too strong or extravagant, and softly work it in with your fingertips. Believe me, the gentle touch of your fingertips will create magic without harming your skin. However, this is just the beginning of the excitement. Wash it away with warm water. Don't merely throw on a little water and consider it done. Please take a moment to rinse the area thoroughly. You might be surprised by the amount of soap and residue that lingers, particularly if you've been using hairspray, gel, or even shampoo. It may surprise you to discover just how much lingers in the background without your awareness. And then, ensure the water doesn't simply trickle away. Use a gentle towel to softly dab the area until it's dry. We all recognize the significance of drying off thoroughly, yet it's easy to overlook the critical nature of this practice in those sensitive areas, such as behind the ears. Is the area being left moist? It's akin to granting bacteria an open invitation to return, and that's definitely not something we desire. Keep in mind, the more time that moisture lingers, the greater the chance it will escalate into an issue. That straightforward action of drying it off truly transforms the situation, ensuring that nothing unwanted takes root where it ought not to. However, here lies the genuine secret, the one that will undoubtedly leave you feeling revitalized and pristine throughout the day. This is not a simple, one-off solution. Incorporate it into your everyday habits. A mere few additional seconds can yield immense value. I assure you, those instances of added attention will enhance your sense of self significantly. You will observe a shift in your self-assurance, in the way you carry yourself throughout your day. It feels like an undisclosed advantage. Say goodbye to concerns about body odor and the discomfort of self-consciousness. Simply pure, simply revitalizing. And indeed, you'll exude an incredible fragrance. So straightforward, yet so impactful. Section 6. Additional frequently overlooked areas. As we keep discussing those frequently neglected areas that often go unnoticed, I believe it's crucial to highlight a few additional spots that we usually miss. Believe me when I tell you, these spots, often overlooked, can play a significant role in creating that unpleasant, musty odor we all strive to eliminate. It's not merely about cleanliness, it's about fostering a feeling of vitality, assurance, and overall wellness. We all have our busy moments, yet when we overlook these areas, it becomes simple to lose sight of the significant impact that even the smallest contributions can have. To begin, let's discuss the area beneath the breasts. It's understandable that some of you might be thinking, I'm good with that, or, that's not an issue. Trust me, I've witnessed it countless times. The areas beneath the breasts, particularly for individuals with fuller figures, often accumulate sweat, oils, and dead skin cells. These folds, though naturally occurring, serve as prime locations for the accumulation of unwanted odors. It's a realm that often slips from our minds, yet it demands our careful consideration. After a refreshing shower, take a moment to ensure you dry off completely in those areas. I enjoy applying a touch of powder or body spray to maintain a fresh feeling, but I must emphasize, moderation is key. Too much powder can occasionally cause irritation, and that's something we want to avoid. A gentle approach is all it takes to maintain that area feeling fresh and dry, and I assure you, it significantly enhances your overall comfort. Next, we have the belly folds, a region that often retains moisture, particularly if you have a fuller belly as I do. Though it may appear insignificant, these creases can trap sweat and oils, forming an ideal environment for bacteria, ultimately resulting in that undesirable odor we all wish to avoid. It's a natural instinct to wipe your face after a good sweat, so why not dedicate a bit more care to this part of your routine? Once you've washed it, be sure to softly pat it dry. For those who experience increased perspiration in warm conditions or following exercise, it becomes essential to ensure the area is dried completely to maintain freshness and prevent any unpleasant odors. It's a self-care practice that goes beyond appearance. It's about nurturing your inner well-being as well. And, let us not overlook our feet. Ah, our weary feet. It may seem trivial, but how many of us truly dedicate time to thoroughly clean between our toes? It's one of those places that can easily be ignored, particularly after a tiring day in footwear that lacks proper ventilation. Believe me, maintaining clean and dry feet can truly transform your experience. Neglecting the small spaces between our toes can foster an environment for sweat to build up, resulting in unpleasant odors. I strongly suggest utilizing foot powder or a similar absorbent product, along with consistently inspecting your toenails. A simple gesture can significantly enhance your sense of freshness throughout the day. Consider the incredible sensation that arises when your feet receive the attention they truly deserve. It feels like a small gesture of affection for your body. Finally, we must consider the backs of your knees and elbows. These areas frequently go overlooked, and I understand why. These are not spots that chafe against fabric or draw the eye, yet they still gather perspiration and natural oils. Though they remain out of sight, they warrant the same level of consideration as every other part of your body. These little areas often go unappreciated, yet with a bit of added attention, you'll realize just how much more refreshed and at ease you can feel. If you're still engaged with this video and appreciate the lessons shared, please drop a 2 in the comments to show me you're still with me. These overlooked places, though simple to overlook, contain the essence of that invigorating, assured sensation we all desire. It's about pausing for that additional moment to express some affection for your body. Believe me, it's truly worthwhile. Section 7. The advantages of addressing this matter. Freshness, confidence, and dignity, these are more than mere buzzwords. They embody the core of experiencing life to its fullest, being completely in the moment, and finding harmony within oneself. I understand that it might seem like I'm concentrating on the minutiae, but trust me, the effect is significant. It resembles a ripple that begins with the tiniest shift and spreads across your whole essence. As you begin to notice the details you may have previously ignored, such as the space behind your ears, it feels as though you are discovering a refreshed version of who you are. In an instant, you experience more than just a sense of renewal. A sense of renewal washes over you, as if you've cast off the burdens that once held you down. Consider it for a moment. Do you remember that amazing feeling following a long, refreshing shower, when every inch of your body feels clean, light, and revitalized? Now, consider the subtle yet strong assurance that arises from being aware that you've managed the details, the aspects that often go unnoticed by others. You've observed them, and you've shown enough concern to take action. That's the essence of the personal strength I'm referring to. It's more than mere cleanliness, it's a matter of honoring oneself. Everyone has the right to embrace a positive self-image. As we grow older, that feeling of self-worth becomes increasingly vital, serving as the cornerstone of our journey through life. It's about expressing that I hold significance. I deserve this extra care, this touch of attention. The way we showcase our identity and the comfort we find within ourselves hold greater significance than anything else. Believe me when I tell you, once you stop fretting about that infamous scent associated with aging, you'll experience something truly enchanting. You will feel a sense of elevation. Your steps will carry a newfound assurance. You'll enter social situations with a confidence that declares, I'm present, and I'm flourishing. Whether it's an embrace from a companion or a reunion with loved ones, you'll find comfort in the understanding that you've nurtured yourself in ways that others might not fully appreciate. And that holds great strength. Age is not a measure of your identity. A fragrance does not determine your identity. Your essence is revealed in the choices you make each day. When you pay attention to those small details, you convey to the world that you remain in command, full of life, and unmistakably yourself. I've learned this through my own experiences. As I began to focus on these small but meaningful aspects, I sensed a change. It transcended mere fragrance. It was about reclaiming my life, my self-assurance, my sense of worth. And I must say, you absolutely deserve that control as well. It's not about achieving flawlessness. It's about taking charge. Each little gesture, each instance of kindness you show to yourself contributes to a greater whole. You deserve to feel your absolute best, regardless of how old you are. Section 8. Remember to share your knowledge with those you care about as well. As we navigate the path of existence, we frequently overlook one crucial aspect. The youth in our lives, such as our offspring and their offspring. It's quite simple to become ensnared in our daily habits, believing that we have everything under control. However, I must say, the small hygiene practices we've picked up throughout the years, they hold equal significance for them as they do for us. At times, we overlook the importance of sharing that knowledge with others. I'm not proposing that we turn into hygiene authorities, darting about and providing unsolicited tutorials. However, we shouldn't overlook how these seemingly minor, daily routines can lead to significant changes. Isn't it amusing? As we age, we frequently discover that the younger generation offers us care and attention. As we focus on ensuring we're taking the right steps for ourselves, it's easy to overlook that the younger generation, be it our children or grandchildren, may be missing out on these valuable insights. They may not even be aware, but they also require direction in looking after their bodies. Everyone has a lot on their plate. Our lives are bustling, packed with activities and commitments. However, what I've come to understand is this. Investing time in guiding our loved ones on self-care not only enhances their well-being but enriches the lives of everyone around them. No matter the age, whether in their 30s, 40s, or even 50s, it's easy for certain simple things to be overlooked. Perhaps they are hurrying in the morning or simply lack someone to lead them on their journey. I understand the longing for guidance that could have come sooner, and I believe you might share that sentiment. Rather than sitting back and hoping someone will recognize the tasks at hand, why not take the initiative and be the one to impart your insights? Picture the satisfaction of guiding them through the basics, like ensuring they clean behind their ears or thoroughly drying off after a shower. These are the types of practices that endure through the years. And when we share them, it's more than just a lesson, it's a treasure. A present that embodies assurance, dignity, and the wisdom of maintaining vitality and well-being as the years go by. When you reflect on it, isn't that precisely what we desire for them? To embrace their fullest potential, to walk with confidence, and to be assured that they are taking every possible step towards maintaining their well-being and joy. In my view, that stands as one of the most profound offerings we can provide. It feels as though we are crafting a lasting imprint of affection and thoughtfulness, one that will influence their journeys well beyond our shared experiences. The satisfaction derived from imparting wisdom, from witnessing their journey through life with the assurance you contributed to, is an unparalleled emotion. That is genuinely exquisite, and it deserves every ounce of dedication. As we conclude our conversation today, I'd like to take a moment to inquire, what insights have you gained thus far? Whether it's about nurturing your well-being, imparting those small yet vital habits to your dear ones, or the significance of exchanging knowledge, I'm eager to know what resonated with you. In the comments below, kindly share a single insight you've gained today that you plan to incorporate into your life. What is a habit you plan to begin practicing or sharing with your loved ones? If you found this video useful, we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us continue to explore, evolve, and uplift one another on this wonderful path. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to our next encounter in the upcoming video.